What's up with everybody? It's your man Memorial B.
And Paul.
And we're back at it with some more reaction videos. This is another special video request for Mortimer Reed. He wanted to check out could Batman beat Superman? Heck yeah, man. If he had kryptonite, yeah, man. But I guess like without
kryptonite,
you know, if he have his hands on it. That's what he's pretty much. I'm guessing that's what it's gonna lead to because I don't know any other way Batman can actually beat him with raw strength without kryptonite.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I guess I don't see how it's possible unless
with kryptonite.
He has all this ingenious inventions, which Batman does. So.
Yeah. Like I said, if he had kryptonite, he can beat him. But before we dive right into it, if you want to support our channel and leave us a special video request, check out the link to our Streamlab. Check it out before you leave for your support of the channel. Let's dive right into it.
Today on Variant, I answer the age-old question: can Batman beat Superman?
Could he?
Welcome to Variant. We love comics more than I wish they would bring back the soda of my childhood, Surge. Sweet nectar. How you've been missed. I'm your host, Aris Quinones. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most argued battles in all of comic books, Batman versus Superman. And unlike the Versus episodes I do, I'm going to be telling you who I think would win in this battle that's been argued in comic shops and on the internet for years. As I just said, this matchup is one of the most famous battles in comic books, if not the most famous battle. And with the Batman v Superman movie currently being shot, this battle/debate has become more popular than ever. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on the topic. But before I do, I'm talking about a one-on-one fight with the two of them, so neither of them could have any help from anyone else. It's going to be a one-on-one fight the way it should be. And we'll say Batman can have prep time. With that said, I'm going to Quentin Tarantino this and tell you who I think would win up front, followed by my reasoning and examples from the comics on why I chose that person as the winner. Now, you all know I'm a huge Batman fan and that he's my favorite superhero. Actually, he's my favorite fictional character in general. I've made that apparent on the show numerous amount of times before. With that said, and not being biased, the winner would be Superman. And now a bunch of diehard Batman fans are like, what? No way. Batman is smarter, so...
I mean, it's like the obvious question. I mean, like, based off Bruce Wayne, Superman should win.
Superman is stronger and he has more powers.
Yeah, like, if you go by kryptonite, can Batman win? It's possibly, but...
how does Batman get kryptonite? He doesn't have that.
Figure out something. The better fight would be Goku versus Superman.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be the better fight,
That's not the question.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. That'd be more of an equal fight, really. Let's dive right. Let's go back into it.
So he would outsmart Superman, or he would use kryptonite or a mech suit like he did in The Dark Knight Returns. And I see where you're coming from. Like I said, Batman is my favorite superhero, but even I have to admit, Batman does have his limits, and Superman is definitely one of them. I think a big reason why Batman fans think Batman would win is because he is known to always find a way to win or overcome any obstacle, which is true like 99% of the time, but at the end of the day, he is still a human and has his limits. I mean, just think about it. Bane is nowhere near as strong as Superman, and he broke Batman's back and put Batman out of commission for a while. So just imagine what Superman would do. Also, I just want to take a minute and give a brief rundown of Batman and Superman's powers. Let's start with Batman. Batman is agile, strong, and in the peak of physical condition. His IQ is set to rival that of Albert Einstein. He's a master of over 100 different styles of martial arts. He was taught by the best in weapons and combat training. Batman has also proven himself the first and one of the only human beings to ever be respected among the gods. You know you're a BAMF when you're respected by gods. He is incredibly wealthy and has a numerous amount of gadgets and vehicles. And as every Batman fan knows, he's even in possession of a green kryptonite ring given to him by Superman in case he ever needed to stop him from going rogue. Batman is definitely one tough dude and has gone head-to-head with some of the most BA beans in the DC universe. As for Superman, he has super speed, coming in just a little bit slower than the Flash.
Flash
super strength, which has been depicted as essentially limitless in the comics. I mean, he could freaking lift and move planets. Also, super agility, he could fly, he has heat vision, frost breath, amongst other powers like having enhanced senses like hearing, eyesight, and so on. He also has impenetrable steel-like skin, hence the nickname Man of Steel. Now, just listing their powers and stats back to back, most people would be like, yeah, there's no contest, Superman would win all day long. But to further my opinion on why I don't think Batman would win, I'm going to be talking about the two most popular fights the two characters have had in the comics. The fight at the end of the Dark Knight Returns storyline, and their fight in the Batman Hush storyline. Also, I may mention spoilers from each of those storylines, so you've been warned. Let's start with the Dark Knight Returns storyline, which is what the upcoming Batman v Superman movie is loosely based off of. In every argument I've ever heard about the two duking it out, the fight at the end of Frank Miller's epic Dark Knight Returns storyline gets brought up. which puts the two heroes against one another, fighting on the streets of Gotham.
So you got the suit
in
on
The
too,
Dark Knight
that metal
Returns,
suit.
Batman has an elaborate plan to take out Superman. He had to use a robotic suit that gave him super strength and a hard outer shell so Superman's blows wouldn't kill him upon impact. His plan also involved Green Arrow to shoot an arrow at Clark that's laced in kryptonite at the right point during the fight. After Clark was shot by the arrow, Bruce gave his famous "Remember the one man who beat you" speech and then faked a heart attack. Superman was going to recover from the effects of the
Batman was like,
kryptonite and prepare himself for another round as Bruce supposedly suffered from a heart attack. Everyone thought Batman was dead, but Superman heard his heartbeat at his funeral and let him go about his business. So technically, that doesn't really count as a win for Batman. Yeah, he kept up with Superman in the fight, and yeah, he had an amazing plan to stop Superman, but he did not win the fight. He faked a heart attack as Superman was recovering. And Superman didn't really want to fight or kill Batman. Take, for instance, the panel I'm currently showing you on the screen right now. If Superman really wanted to win this fight, he could have just used his heat vision at this very instant and put a hole right through Bruce's head. Or this panel where Bruce is even sane. Wrist crushed, ribs moving with a life of their own, and Clark just broke a sweat. Now, if Oliver doesn't screw up. So Batman is even implying that Superman has just got started. Plus, one of the most important parts here is Batman had help from Oliver, aka Green Arrow. So let's go on the other side of the argument and say Batman did win this fight. He didn't do it alone. He had help from Green Arrow. And as I said, we're talking about a one-on-one fight, which means Batman would be disqualified for having outside help. Moving on to Batman Hush, which is where we get the famous panel where Batman punches Superman in the jaw with the kryptonite ring. It looks like Batman is wiping the floor with him, but what us Batman fans forget to mention is Batman's internal dialogue on the next page. The dialogue reads, "If I hit him again, I'll shatter every bone in my hand. The Kevlar only protects so much." Not to mention, Batman himself realizes Clark is fighting the mind control of Poison Ivy, meaning Superman isn't putting 100% effort into every hit. So Batman needs to figure out a way to get Superman to snap out of it, because if he doesn't, imagine what a 100% hit would be like from Superman. Of course, Batman does figure out a way to stop Superman and even says, "I knew he would be fighting her while he was fighting me. It's probably why I still have a head attached to my face." Batman is even saying Superman would take his head off. Now, while those are two of the most popular stories people use to justify that Batman would and or has won before, us Batman fans never want to mention the many stories where Superman has beat the crap out of Batman. Like the storyline Superman Sacrifice. In it, Superman, while under mind control, pummels Batman, hospitalizing him, putting him in critical condition. Then you have the storyline Lex Luthor Man of Steel, where Superman defeats a kryptonite-armed Batman by using his super breath from far away to blow Batman off a building, only for Superman to fly him up in the sky, and then drop him, only for Superman to fly back down and knock Batman out. Now, some of you may be saying, "Whoa, Eris, you're sounding like a real Superman fanboy right now," and that's not the case at all. Like I've said, and people who've been watching the show for a while now know, Batman is by far my favorite superhero. But me and all other Batman fans have to put aside our love for the Dark Knight and look at the situation without being biased. And if you do that, I think you'll realize Batman wouldn't win in a one-on-one fight. Even if Batman had prep time, he still wouldn't win, which was the case in The Dark Knight Returns. But if you do want to say he did win, he didn't do it alone. And that's not a bad thing that Batman would lose. I mean, a big reason why so many people like him is because he's human, and all humans have their limits, even Batman. So I say to all my fellow Batman fans, let's put our love for the Caped Crusader aside and realize that Batman would not be able to beat Superman in a one-on-one fight. I mean, think about it. Superman wouldn't even have to touch Batman or even be near him.
It's true.
He could just use his heat vision from like a mile away and lobotomize Batman. And there's a bunch of other scenarios just like that. But that's just my 2 cents on the topic. So if you agree with me, awesome. If you don't, that's cool too. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion,
really is,
which is what makes talking about this stuff fun. The only thing I ask is be nice to one another in the comment section below. Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't justify attacking them personally.
Yeah, it was definitely, man. I mean,
It was another cool one.
yeah,
liked
I
it.
mean, yeah, Superman. Yeah, if they met up, Batman have no kryptonite, one-on-one. You know, Superman will crush him like pretty easily.
I think even with any of the like tools or machinery that Batman could come up with, I think it's gonna help him in the fight. But I just think Superman's just too strong. Like, there's no way you can battle that natural strength. And like he said, you can use your heat vision from a mile away, and he can breathe on him from a mile away. Like, you can't combat that.
It's so many like what ifs, like fights. Like, for example, people say, what if Superman took on the Hulk? How would that fight? Superman, Hulk can put up a real good fight because.
But again, you have the things like the X-ray vision.
That's not gonna do nothing to the Hulk like that. Like, he can zap the Hulk. He can, withstand that stuff.
The Hulk can't X-ray vision? Like,
Heck
that's like
yeah.
laser.
Heck yeah, he can withstand that.
I'd be interested in that.
Heck yeah.
I know he's super strong, but that doesn't prect you from that. Like, unless
he
you
got
have
hit with
like a crazy steel impenetrable thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of characters from Marvel can battle with Superman. I think Thor can battle with him.
Oh yeah, no, I think Thor would because
Thor.
Thor has crazy superpowers.
Thor, Hulk. Think about Thanos. He probably can.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I would like to see
but
that.
they
Man.
have
I
some
don't-
of those other superpowers, but I'm talking about X-ray vision. That's just like
yeah, but that's not gonna. That's
a
not.
laser right through flesh.
Yeah, but you know, Hulk his flesh is way more thicker than a normal human's flesh. You know, he's in like a super form. You know.
Yeah, I know he's in
and then
super form. I just thought
Thor,
it was
he's not like
really
a
strong.
Thor's like a like a god or whatever. So he's not like got a human
Well,
body.
right, like
you know?
Thor is different. So I said I think Thor would, but Hulk, I don't know. I feel like he's
Yeah.
just a bigger fleshy body.
Nah, he can withstand it. He definitely
Be
withstand
interesting,
it.
for sure.
Like I like Dragon Ball Z. I would like to see Goku versus Superman.
Well, yeah, but they
That'd
have
be
superpowers too, so that makes sense.
Well, like this Dragon Ball Z characters, like Goku and Vegeta and them, they're like Saiyans. They're not human beings.
Right.
So what they do is every time they fight, they get stronger during battle and stuff. So say if Goku and Hulk, like I said Hulk, Goku and Superman fight each other right off the bat. You know, Goku's gonna be getting stronger as the battle go on and stuff. Superman's not the type of being where he gets stronger and stronger unless he get to like what they say solar power, solar energy or whatever. But it'd be a great fight, man. I mean, but it's a lot of characters that I think can be Superman. You know. Like
I'm not saying there aren't. I'm talking about Superman, Batman.
Oh yeah, he'll beat Batman. I mean, Batman's a human. Superman is just superhuman. You
Right,
know?
exactly.
But man, it was definitely a good debate, man. You know, I like this video. So
It was really good. Thanks
Yeah.
for bringing it to our attention.
I would definitely like to see Superman versus Thanos. That'd be like a crazy
Yeah, that would
fight.
probably be going too.
That'd be good. But we about to go in this video. Marta Maurice, thanks for your video request and your support.
Thank you.
If you want to support our channel, check out the links to our Streamlab. If you're going to send us a video request, make sure to keep the videos under 12 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe.
And thumbs it up.
Turn on notifications. It's your man, Boy B.
And Nicole.
We're going to catch you on the next video. Awesome. Peace and love, baby.